Okay. Well, um, yeah. Uh, I miss SLU. I miss SLU. I miss my experiences of SLU. Um, and especially the last several months. Um, it was that feeling was probably much stronger. But yeah, wow. I mean, it's a very personal thing. I guess theoretically, like like college is supposed to come to an end eventually. Um, it's 4 years, right? You always knew that, but whenever it's actually absent in your life for a while, I think you really feel it. Not necessarily like whenever I was about to graduate. That was quite a joyous time, like in certain ways, like graduation. Just feeling like you've achieved what you needed to achieve, and you're you're finally free. That's such a joy. You're free of all that academic and all the other stuff you have to do. Um, but especially as the fall hits, it's like, dang, like I miss a lot of the experiences I've had. I miss a lot of the experiences I've had um, in college. And man, this is definitely very personal for me, but freshman year, freshman year, freshman year, the first semester of coming to SLU, and just that experience, I that's very, very, very personal, extremely personal. Um, that was a very special time in my life. Um, one of the one of the best times of my life in certain ways, that's for sure. And yeah, man. Oh, now it's like, well, adulthood is hitting. Adulthood is hitting, right? Um, and it's a lot more challenging in different ways. And you think back onto those times where life was a lot easier, more fun, more enjoyable in certain ways. Um, but at the same time, like that is a limitation. Now as I'm becoming more of an adult, I can see the other side of it too. It is a struggle. But once you kind of get used to it and overcome it, you see like, okay, well, I was kind of more of a kid. Uh, I was kind of more of a kid back then. So, of course, you have to grow up eventually. But I don't know. I think I really feel like, I mean, for how much like it really hit me, it seems like it wasn't really talked about that much. It wasn't really talked about that much. Like the transition from college to adulthood, like real kind of adulthood. Uh, I guess it's different for everyone, um, depending on if they had to leave far away for college, if they're close to home, um, if they're going to graduate school, their relationships with their families, a lot of different factors. But yeah, I guess, yeah, that transition from college to adulthood has definitely hit me. It's definitely hit me. And it was a challenging time. Oh my gosh, especially this summer and all the changes associated with that. Summer and early fall. What a challenging time. What a challenging time. In in the summer, I felt like yearning. I felt like a very, very deep yearning for wanting like closure from college, wanting closure from a lot for a lot of the feelings that I experienced at that time. Um, yeah, there was a lot of emotions for me, like at that time, as college came to a close. A lot of, I think for me, like I mentioned, like first semester freshman year was such like a high for me, such a really just enjoyable time for me that I was wanting to get back to that several different times at SLU. And it was never the same, you know? And I mean, thinking back on that, like I always expected it to like enjoy life in the same way that I did. But life is always about experiencing new things, right? You can never experience the same thing again. You can remember what it was like and feel those thoughts and emotions, or remember the experience of what it was like at that time, but you have to make sure you're aware that you're just remembering the past. You're not experiencing it again for yourself. Every single moment is always new. So that is kind of like an existential reality. So yeah, of course I experienced great things like that were just new and different, but yeah, in the times of struggle, in the times of challenge, definitely thinking back to easier, enjoyable times is something that I do. Because, yeah, I guess my mind can provide me like quite a rich experience in terms of like memories. I can really like vividly remember how something was, like living through certain moments. It's just very, very vivid for me, which is nice. Like it provides a quite vibrant and rich experience of life. But at the same time, you have to cherish those memories and not make misery out of them, right? Because you can't live through that again, right? So that's something I have to keep in mind, like transitions in life. Not suffering because the past is the past. But yeah, I don't know. It's been a big transition. From college to adulthood. It's kind of like unbelievable. Whenever I was at SLU, like, and I looked around campus at everything, and I looked at myself, I was like, oh yeah, we're adults. Like, we finished high school. Like, we're adults now. Like, we're in college. But now, if I go back to campus and I look around campus, like, they look like kids. They look like they're like college kids, right? Like, they don't really look like adults. So I know I definitely got older throughout that time. Like, I probably look much older now than I did freshman year, even though I may not feel that all the times. But yeah, I guess I'll probably leave it there for now, but yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it there. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of an old style of video today. Of course, I've changed. You know, I've changed from whenever I started this channel, from college. There's been so much, right? I mean, that's life. I've gotten older. I've changed. I'm not going to do the same thing again. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you know what? Actually, let me just say this. Yeah, you know, one unintended outcome, one unintended consequence, like, for making a video like this, is I'm not sharing it with you in the sense that, or I'm not sharing it on YouTube in the sense that, like, I think my personal drama is important for everyone to know or to be involved with. It's always, for me, like, you know, as you can tell from the rest of my channel, like, still over the years, spirituality, yoga, meditation, and just existential stuff, essentially like life, the experience of life, is the most important thing to me. And it's the most important thing that like I like to create videos for and share on social media for. It's what means the most to me. And I think now that we have these technologies, like, this is such a privilege to be able to use them to share these sort of things, or to create whatever we want, really, and express what we truly care for. So that's why I do it. But as I saw, like, okay, I want to share some things, some personal things, like, for example, the Heartbreaking Love video, talking about the experience of a long-term like romantic relationship and going through a heartbreak. Well, when that happens, then people that know you personally, they're the ones primarily watching it, right? Because I'm not some popular social figure or something. And then the immediate response is to extend sympathies, and probably, the thing that I really don't like is trying to stick your hands into that person's social drama or figure out what's going on, like get into their little social circle, just because you want to know the drama that's going on, right? Just for like drama reasons. That's not why I make videos, not to do that. I don't want that turmoil in my life. Yeah, I don't want that turmoil in my life. The friends I have, there's some people that use social media a lot, and they use it I have friends that do it in a variety of different ways. The way I use it, that's pretty clear. Anyone that pays attention to how I use social media, it's a certain way that is different from just posting that you graduated, you got married, you did this or that, and just posting with your social circle. Not saying that there's anything wrong with that. I do that too, but that's different than posting things that you care about, or you're trying to create and connect with a larger audience. And then there's also people that I know and that I'm friends with that don't use social media at all. They like to just keep things private. And I respect that immensely, because those people have great insight into a lot of things that most people are oblivious to, or just choose to not pay attention to. So, and they still watch my YouTube too sometimes. So, regards to saying that, I like that because they're not interested in the social drama that I'm into. These are people that I've known for a long time. They're not keeping up with like the little things that go on like day to day, or like who did this, who did that, who are you talking to, who are you doing this with. It's simply that like they appreciated the video for what it is, right? They appreciated the video for what it is, about what I was talking about, what I was sharing, and related it to their own life. Not in the sense that they were interested in what's happening, like some petty drama, right? So yeah, so I would really rather avoid all that nonsense, avoid all that turmoil. And well, maybe part of that is my fault, especially as I become more of an adult. I've kind of realized this, that there's no need to give so much significance to every thought and emotion that you have in life. That's more of kind of a personal thing, right? The thoughts and emotions that you have. Maybe sometimes you want to share them. Maybe sometimes you want to keep them to yourself. Maybe sometimes you need support for certain things. But yeah, so I felt like, okay, I want to share a lot of the thoughts and emotions that I have on YouTube, and I thought it was going to produce a certain outcome. And of course, so many unintended outcomes come out of talking like this in a personal way. So yeah, So my purpose is just for the creation of the video itself, for the enjoyable personal experience of the human being on the other side watching the video, to relate it to their own life. Not for people to be interested in my social drama or what's going on in my life, because that stuff won't even matter in a short-term time span. That will just fall off and new stuff will happen anyway. And if I really wanted to do that, I would just talk to a friend or something and talk to them about something that's going on if I wanted to share that. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, I found that to be kind of annoying whenever I saw those outcomes coming through. So I took some distance from it, a little break, and just worked on myself, right? That's what so many people say in today's culture and time, I guess. Just work on yourself. So I guess it is what I kind of did. What I pretty much do like a lot in my life. Try to work on myself first. So yeah, doing that and taking some distance from it, making some chess videos, and just stepping back and thinking like, okay, what outcome do I really want with my YouTube channel? I think this is one thing I've realized, and I understand now, like, some things about my previous approach to the videos that I make, or to the ways that I try to express or communicate with people. Probably before, a lot of the times it was lacking that practicality aspect, the concrete aspect, right? I was talking to someone and they mentioned to me that I'm quite an abstract thinker, as opposed to a concrete thinker. And that's very true. Like, that really opened my eyes whenever they mentioned it in that frame, in that dichotomy, concrete versus abstract. That really helped me understand. And it's very true. I felt quite embarrassed, actually. Like, they were kind of seeing me without any clothes. Like, they really could just see me exposed, because it's very true. That is really how my mind works. And essentially it shows up in how I talk, right? That I'm more of an abstract thinker. And well, concrete thinking is also needed, especially in the world, especially as we are becoming adults now. The world and doing business and handling all these things, handling all these practical matters, financial matters, anything, where you want to live, what you want to eat, whatever, requires concrete thinking. Oh, shit. That scared the hell out of me. Yet requires concrete thinking and being practical. So I want to show that I can do that too. I can do that too. And what I mentioned before, spirituality, meditation, yoga, that's still very, very practical. That's still very, very useful. Obviously, the beautiful experiences of life, love, joy, just things, poetic things, those I feel, are more important in the end. They have a deeper significance, and those are abstract. But that's not all there is. Like, there's also having sense, having clarity, and being more concrete. Being more concrete. It covers that too. It covers that too. What I've mentioned is important on my YouTube channel also covers those aspects. So, yeah, I guess that's pretty much all I have to say. We'll see how much of this I really post. But yeah, it's nice to just get back to this sort of stuff, making a video like this. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video.